Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to our Thursday live streams. I'm Vaani. And hi Mr. Pink and hi Asif. Hi Anita. I'm setting up the whole thing. Yes. Please confirm if you guys can hear me and see me properly. And I have a couple of things planned for today's stream. So अभी हमारा Discord पे Kafka on the Shore का discussion चल रहा था, and unfortunately I couldn't stay for the entire discussion. I was there just जब तक people were introducing themselves, and it was so cool. There were different people, and I think सब discuss करने जा रहे थे. Jibin was also there. Um, hi, Explain Data. How are you? Hi, Arjun. Hi, Abhinav. Hi, Kush. Oh, Saptarshi is here in the comments. That's nice. How are you, Saptarshi? Hi, Amir. And hi, Nikhil. Oh, hi. I'm so happy your wife could join us today. Hi, Meenal. How are you? So, I don't know आप में से किसने वो discussion देखा या नहीं देखा, but I was there and I wish I could stay, but unfortunately I had to leave early. But I'm hoping to host a session pretty soon on our Discord channel as well. And for those of you who do not know, हमारा Discord पर एक channel है. Discord is an app, and we have a channel there by the name Chalchitra Talks, and वहाँ पर एक और we have a server there by the name of Chalchitra Talks, and we have a channel on the server by the name A Book a Month with Vaani. एंड वहाँ पर हम अब बुक मंथ की काफ़ी बातें डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं. सो आज काफ्का ऑन द शोर का सेशन हुआ वहाँ पर. एंड समटाइम्स आई डू ट्राई माय बेस्ट टू कीप अपडेटिंग डिस्कॉर्ड एज वेल as I read along. But I think if on a winter's night of travel, I'm a little guilty. मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम पर लग रहा है उसे पढ़ने में. Also because I'm reading this other book. And we have a godfather, Kshitij. उन्होंने हमारे WhatsApp book club पर उस book के बारे में post किया था. It's called A Little Life. And yeah, we were talking about the book, and I'm also reading it. And it's beautiful. That reminds me, we do have a WhatsApp book club as well. And if you guys are interested, you can join us as on our YouTube community as a godfather or as a gladiator to join the club. You'll get so many perks along with being the godfather and along with, in addition to our WhatsApp exclusive groups. Vaibhav and I host regular conversations with them, and it's very engaging actually. हम one-on-one feedback लेते हैं, which is very helpful not only for us, but we also hope for our godfathers as well, because they have a say in what we do in a way, because they give us regular feedback. So yes, we were discussing A Little Life on WhatsApp group, and that's one book that I'm trying to read, and so far it's beautiful. And I'm a little guilty of not being able to pick up If on a Winter's Night properly, because I don't know why. The way, I don't know, please let me know in the comments how many of you are actually reading Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night, a Traveler, because I think the book requires you, or the author Italo Calvino, he sets a proper mood for you to sit and read the book. And for me it's happening that until then mera wo achieve nahi ho pa raha. I'm not able to settle on the book, but yeah, it's beautiful so far. Hi Exodus, and hi Saptarshi. I don't know so much French, yeah. But yeah. Hi Simran. Oh, you really like this Shah's recommendations. That's nice. And okay, is there a video? Is my video breaking a little, like cut karari? I don't know. I think there's some terrible problem with my Wi-Fi and my internet connection, because I think it's been happening to me for the past few videos. But yeah, I'll just try closing all the tabs that I have open in front of me, and maybe it will improve. But yes, it's too unorthodox. Yes, Exodus. This is what I'm thinking as well. It's a very interesting read, and I use the word I'll just try changing my internet connection while I'm at it. Maybe things will get better. I'm so sorry. It's been happening to me for the past few in the past few streams as well, but I'll try that it doesn't happen. But yeah, it is a very, and I just don't say interesting because it's one of my favorite words, but um, the book is so so unorthodox, as Mr. Exodus said. But yeah, there are two halves of each chapter, I think, and one half is dedicated to telling you what's happening around you to imagine, to allow you to imagine your surrounding, and the second half has you as the protagonist, and it's nice. It's really nice. So if you're someone who likes to experiment or likes to imagine a lot of things, or reads books because they want to, I don't know, like picturizing a story and setting up their own frame, you should pick up this book because it's really nice. And I don't think I've read a similar book. So there's that. Uh, yep. So I'll just read the comments. Um, yes, I am going to. I'll have to change the. Some other one, but yes, has okay. And please let me know if it's better. And yeah, I hope it's better now. I just. Hey, Abhinav just became a god gladiator. That's nice. Thank you, Abhinav. Welcome to the group. Um, I hope you will like your membership, and I really hope my video is better now. But yeah, hi, Abhinav. Leaving everything about the book aside, I'm just enjoying the experience of reading. If on a winter, yeah, the experience is actually really nice. This is something that doesn't happen with me while reading a lot of books that are non-spiritual. But this book has such, I don't know, it just helps me calm down my anxiety, or it just helps me calm down my nerves whenever I'm anxious because it forces you to take a breather, relax, and then read the book because otherwise you won't understand it. Uh, I see you guys come live pretty late. So I usually aim for 10 p.m. and we usually come, if you think this is late, on Fridays we stream post 11:30 because we try to solve everything out. And I personally, I think Weber will agree. Um, okay, I think my net is still terrible. Please confirm if our video is still stopping. But for me, I usually like to stream after everything is I like to stream without having to think about what I am going to do next because I like to enjoy the process. And that's when I try to finish everything that I have at hand. And only then do I start streaming. So usually thoda sa late ho jata hai, like, and that's why I usually start at 10, 9:30, 10. That's my time. And on Fridays, because it's the weekend, we try to wrap up everything and plan our day accordingly. Uh, we kind of take a longer break and we try to wind up all work that is left so that we can stream together for the next 3 hours or so. Because Friday streams are usually when we discover a lot of things as well. So that's when we come actually extra late. But yeah. Hi, Anubhav. watching Inception was less confusing for me than this book, but it's good that we have a month's time to finish. Hi, Vishal. How are you? How many of you are actually reading? So there are a couple of people who've actually started reading the book. Is there anyone who's watching us who has completely finished the book, reading the book? Hi, Abhinav. So you can write an email to us at vani@chalchitratalks.com or vaibhav@chalchitratalks.com or saurabh@chalchitratalks.com, and we'll get in touch with you and we'll add you to the WhatsApp group of your choice. And yes, there should be a Discord link somewhere in the description as well. You can join it. And hi, guys. I think it should be slightly better now, but I'm not sure what's happening. Hi, Weber. Weber is in the comments. Thank you for joining, Weber. I'm a little relaxed now. For some reason, there's some internet connection. There's some internet issue that I'm facing, and yeah, my video is getting stuck a lot. I am extremely sorry about it. I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know. There seems to be a problem. I'm really sorry about it. But when is a book discussion session on the winter's night? Hey, it's not on next. Yeah, it's next to next Thursday. I think it'll probably happen on the 25th. I just realized how less time I have for this. Hmm. God, I am not exactly sure what to do with my internet connection, and I'm really sorry about it. Um, but yeah, so this is so that I actually had a couple of things planned. Of course, this is going to be a Sawal Jawab session, but I was actually just give me a second. I'm going to try and fix this one more time because I have something really nice to show you. Not show you, but read to you. And yeah, so there's this one thing that I came across, one article that I came across. I don't remember where exactly, but it was titled "Why Do I Still Write in My Colonizer's Language?" So she was an Indian fellow who writes in English, who prefers writing in English. And the title caught my eye because a lot of people accuse us of, like when you speak a lot of English, people usually accuse of um, I've heard people tell me, I don't know if it's the case with all of you, uh, but um, there are times when my parents have told me Angrez chalege or inhe chhod gaye. And this was such a beautiful article and particularly beautiful because of how the author has written it. She says, "Why do I write in my colonizer's language?" And she says, "I was raised to see English as more ambitious and educated than Hindi. But now I actually struggle with the weight of its legacy." And she also goes on to tell you how, because she was forced to write in English or forced to speak in English when she was in school as a child, she was torn between the two worlds, one of school where she would speak in English and when she would come back home and speak in Hindi. And she says she was so torn between these two worlds that she accidentally found love in this language that was actually imposed upon me because English was something out of her comfort zone. She was trying to learn English and so on. And that's something that I really liked about this article, and I don't know why it just made me a little emotional, and I wanted to share it with you. I found it on Electric Literature, the website, and I'm sorry, and she says how I'll just read out to you. For my family, friends, relatives, and teachers, English was seen as the language of excellence. I think I think Vaibhav just entered the room. He'll help me with my internet connection, guys. Hi, Vaibhav.
Hi.
Hello. I'm so sorry I had to bother you because of my internet issues.
No, no, no. But like your video has a lot of lag, so I thought like I'll just join. जैसे यहाँ
Yeah.
बिल्कुल सही आ रहा है, but I was also a little worried, and you looked a little वैसे डरा डरा तो आई थॉट कि मैं आ जाता हूँ because you
Thank you. I
yeah
was not. I tried shifting 3 hotspots, and apparently the case was same with all of them. Is the
yeah
lag
नहीं
still?
but I don't know यहाँ बिल्कुल भी लैग नहीं आ रहा है आपके so I don't know yeah
Yeah.
so please carry on मेरे को भी
So
बताओ क्या
I
हुआ
was actually, I don't know if, so Weber and I have started doing this thing where we discover and try, we will try and discover something new every day and we make a list of it. So what happened yesterday, Weber, I don't know अगर आपको time मिला मेरी list देखने का, there was an article that I came across.
हम्म,
And the name of the article is Why Do I Write in My Colonizer's Language? So
हम्म.
it was an Indian author who had written it, not author
मैंने ये
per se.
टाइटल देखा था बिकॉज ध्रुव वाज एट होम तो आई वाज शोइंग हिम कि ऐसे आई वाज शोइंग ऑफ कि हम ऐसे करते हैं ये वो
Yeah.
एंड वी बोथ वर लाइक कि कितना कूल टाइटल है बट लाइक आई एम येट टू रीड इट लाइक टेल मी अबाउट इट प्लीज
So there's this Delhi-based author slash journalist, and she wrote how उसके घर पे सब हिंदी में बात करते थे, but स्कूल में the only thing was English में बात करनी है, and अगर आप हिंदी में बोलो तो 1 रुपए का फाइन लगता था. And now she talks about this language was actually imposed upon me, but I was so torn between Hindi and English that I found love, accidental love in English. And no matter how hard I try, yes.
everyone is commenting there is a audio lag one
Uh,
second let's fix this last 10 comments are about a lag let me see if I can do something from my end one second आप एक बार
yeah.
घबराना नहीं झेल लेंगे रुको yeah let me try to do this आप बात तो करो मैं तब तक वो कर रहा
Okay,
हूँ
cool.
हाँ
So I'll just read out a paragraph from that article.
do you want to do a very cool thing? Do you want both of us to switch off our videos and do it in a podcast form?
We could try that. How
Let's
many
do
of
it.
you are actually in for it? Let's just do that and we'll turn it back on if people do not
Yeah.
like it.
So this is like a podcast thing that we'll do.
Elite Clubhouse, but on YouTube.
हाँ. Hey
Yeah.
Vani, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
चलो भाई अब मैं ऐसे आराम से chill कर सकता हूँ. Yeah.
Okay, so I was telling you about this article, and what I really was fascinated was, of course, by the title. मैंने वहाँ से पढ़ना start किया था, and then she said she said when I started keeping a diary at 12, it was in English.
Hmm.
The daily newspapers we read at home were in Hindi.
Hmm.
But to foster a better understanding and faster learning of the language, my father had subscribed to an English business daily as well as an English national daily. So I don't know if it happened in आपके घर में हुआ था कि नहीं, but मेरे parents भी करते थे. एक subscription हिंदी का था, अमर उजाला, and then there was an English subscription of the Tribune and Hindustan Times. So
Yeah.
that they thought कि बच्चे बेहतर अंग्रेजी सीखेंगे.
Yeah.
And आपके स्कूल में होता था? Did you pay fine for speaking in Hindi? Because मेरे स्कूल में होता था.
या मतलब मेरे काफी मतलब ट्रॉमा रिलेटेड चीजें हैं जो हुई थी जब हिंदी में बोलते थे क्या होता था बट या आई एम जस्ट चेकिंग विद द पीपल क्योंकि अभी ना स्क्रीन पे सब ब्लैक आ रहा है आई वाज अज्यूमिंग कि आपका वानी और मेरा वैभव तो लिखा हुआ आएगा बट
Oh.
गाइस इज दिस वर्किंग फॉर यू ओके दे आर एंजॉयिंग इट दे आर डिगिंग इट
That's so nice. Guys, please like the stream as well.
या
Yeah, this is something we've realized quite recently.
Yeah,
So,
seriously.
yeah,
And since then, have you started noticing all, like mostly our streams, and especially yours, and like the Friday streams and the one you did with Sumedha, every stream crosses 3 or 4 thousand views
yeah.
because we focus on like so much. इसलिए मेरे को लगता है यूट्यूबर बनना है तो बेशरम तो इस लेवल पे होना पड़ेगा. The like Neville was so right about it. Yeah, and everyone is liking this. Careful guys, अब तैयब आया फिर भी पता नहीं चलेगा. अच्छा, अंधकार है बेसिकली नथिंग एवरीथिंग इज ब्लैक यार कैसे हम टेक्स्ट कैसे ला सकते हैं लिखा हुआ
I don't know.
या बट आई एम ब्रेकिंग द चेन ऑफ योर थॉट एंड आई एम वेरी गिल्टी ऑफ इट लाइक आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी आई वाज जस्ट लाइक मेकिंग श्योर दैट पीपल वर like able to see what is happening the screen
Yeah.
is full black यार एक दो लोग कमेंट कर रहे हैं that is what is bugging me so I'm thinking हम
Hmm.
क्या कर सकते हैं
How we can turn back our videos on and people who are here know कि उन्हें बिना वीडियो के आंखें बंद करके हमारी स्ट्रीम को सुनना है. because that will be a better, I
नहीं.
don't know.
uh, yeah, please try to talk more clearly. और नहीं क्या मतलब the screen is full black. What if like कुछ भी. Uh, what do we do? It's like we are all sitting in a dark room. क्योंकि एक बार आप जब पहले गए थे तो आपका वाणी लिखा हुआ आ रहा था. Mm, you know what? Let's switch off the cameras, dude. Let's just talk. Let's fuck it, dude. Light आ गई comment करने में.
But like I think the people who know ki better experience would be to turn off your eyes and just hear us. They can do
वाणी
that.
अलग जोन में. इतना ट्रस्ट नहीं है मेरे को हमारे लोगों पे.
It's always like, but we always prove you wrong. 8 out of 10
तो
times.
एक काम करते हैं. Let me like एक काम करते हैं कि let's
यार
share
मुझे
this.
लैग नहीं आ रहा है अब like see here my video is working properly.
सही तो है. Okay, for me it's fine. No wait. सही हो गया.
Yeah.
Actually अब ठीक हो गया. हाँ तो
So
आप
we
क्या
turned it
मेरा
off, we
मेरे को
turned
अब
it on.
सारी
That's
धीरे
the thing.
धीरे सारी सारी चीजों पे जाओ. ओ सडनली 60 पीपल आए. अरे अरे सब इतने खुश. सो हु इज प्रूविंग whom wrong? मैं वो चीज मिस कर गया था. आप क्या कह रहे थे?
Who's proving whom wrong?
आप कह रहे थे ना कि 8
अरे
on
वो
10
तो
का.
मैंने मजाक में बोल दिया था 8 out of 10. I was taking VM calling VM में we had once said कि ये नहीं होगा and we were like नहीं हो जाएगा.
So
So
मतलब like who is right and who is wrong?
we proved you wrong कि हमारी audience is ठीक है. We can trust them.
नहीं नहीं that is true. मतलब we can नहीं नहीं बट वानी इतना ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते कि आप बोलोगे कि आंखें बंद कीजिए. आई नो आपका कल्ट फॉलोइंग है. कि बट या hey this
Yeah.
is nice now. So
So the
like
solution is to
let's.
turn everything off and then
हाँ
turn it on
पता
again.
है this is a quote by Spike Jonze ने ग्रेटा गर्विग को एक बार बोला था कि यार मैं डायरेक्ट करने जा रही हूँ मेरी पहली मूवी. What is that one advice you'll give me? And he's like कि when you are a set and when you are extremely nervous, start turning off the lights and start turning them back on. क्योंकि इतनी लाइट्स होती है ना सेट पे एक एक करके सब बंद कर दो और
Yeah.
देखो तुम्हें एक्चुअली ये लाइटें चाहिए या नहीं. Start turning everything off. So that
Nice.
like was bang on. Hey, 65 people are here. See, we are back in the groove, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I did my work. I'll leave now.
No, you can stay यार. We can surprise. सबको फोम हो जाएगा कि oh shit Friday stream Thursday को भी हो गया.
Switch off then switch on like always works.
Cool.
But फिर अगर मेरे को फिर एक टाइम दो मेरे को लाइट बंद करने दो. हाँ 1 second.
Great. This is nice.
ऐसे क्यों घूर रहे हो?
No, nothing. I was just waiting for you. But yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, now you are look relaxed.
Yeah, I am. I was like, shit, पिछली बार भी हो रहा था and I can't just figure out what the issue is. So yeah, I was telling you about the article that I read. I write in my जो भी है. So she talks about all these things, how English was inflicted upon her. And she said कि I was awarded the best in English by my class teacher when I was 5. एंड फिर एक पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग हुई होगी उनकी एंड उसके पेरेंट्स से टीचर्स ने कहा होगा ओ हाउ डज शी स्पीक सच गुड इंग्लिश. तो उसके पापा ने ऐसे फ्लो में बोल दिया था अरे वी टॉक इन इंग्लिश एट होम एंड देन शी सेज वी डिड नॉट बट इट साउंडेड गुड. एंड the entire article actually tells you how English was thrusted upon her in a way, but then how she fell in love with it. And now she finds herself questioning this whole relationship with English because technically that's not her mother tongue. And the entire article is about that. And wahan se I reached an essay which is by a French author and it is Living in Tongues. And it was first published in 1996. And there was this beautiful line जो उसमें आती है. I'll just open it. Where she says, I was raised speaking French and did not begin learning English until I was nearly 7 years old. Even after that, French continued to be the language I spoke at home with my parents. I still speak only French with them to this day. This fact inevitably affects my recall and evocation of my childhood, since I am writing and primarily thinking in English. There are states of mind, even people and events, that seem inaccessible in English, since they are defined by the character of the language through which I perceived them. But my second language has turned out to be my principal tool, my means for making a living, as it lies close to the core of my self definition. My first language, however, is coiled underneath, governing a more primal realm. And this was something. Are you still here?
मैं
Are you
काफी
bored?
ज्यादा टेंशन
Yeah.
में हूँ, feel good.
Yeah, because this was something that even I relate to, because I just realized that I've started becoming conscious if I speak a lot of English in a go. Like I try to put in Hindi sentences. So if I'm speaking in Hindi, sometimes I try to put in English sentences because I become so conscious. Okay, oh, I don't want to be judged uh, for not being like, uh, someone who just speaks in English on length. But then I
Yeah,
also want to be comfortable as I speak.
yeah,
And this is such a small thing, like
yeah,
it's a very small thing about the language that you want to speak in. But I read these two articles and I realized that nahi, it's actually right to overthink about these things sometimes.
yeah.
So yeah, this was, I don't know if you found this interesting, but
नहीं नहीं, मैं काफी मेरे भी उसके एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में सोच रहा था. दिस इज वेरी
yeah.
ट्रू.
So and I wasn't even certain कि ऐसे articles हो सकते हैं. Like I hadn't expected कि there would be an article titled when I write, why do I write in my colonizer's language?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, ठीक है. But yeah. And then she also says we do our best to form a class who may be interpreters between us and the millions whom we govern when we speak in English, but a class of persons, Indians in blood and color, uh, but English in taste, opinion, morals, and in intellect. And she goes on to tell you ki how English actually came into India. Britishers wanted to build a force that will actually navigate between them and the general audience. And that's how Indians started learning English in the first place. So
Okay.
yeah,
हमारे
that was
स्कूल
that.
में एक टीचर होता था, प्रिंसिपल होता था, ये हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे अभी. सो
Huh.
हमारा हिंदी मीडियम टू इंग्लिश मीडियम हुआ था स्कूल. एंड
Hmm.
टिल फिफ्थ स्टैंडर्ड इट वाज हिंदी मीडियम. लाइक मेरे को उससे आज तक एक ही फायदा याद है. मेरे को हिंदी में काउंटिंग आती है. लाइक कैन
Sari
यू.
ki sari.
हाँ, 1 to 100 जैसे आती है.
Yeah.
जैसे व्हाट इज 96.
65.
नहीं नहीं. अरे मैं खुद कंफ्यूज हो गया. 95 96.
I don't want to go down this thread because I don't want to be trolled for this.
नहीं नहीं नहीं
वो
नहीं नहीं
बहुत
नहीं. अरे
personal हो जाएगा
क्लिपिंग
यार.
मिलेगी ना, क्लिपिंग मिलेगी.
वो मेरे लिए पर्सनल अटैक हो जाएगा. I'll be like, no, 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 please, please don't call
91
me
92 93
anti-national.
94 95 96 96 97 98 68 60. नहीं 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 नहीं. Shit. नहीं 96 हुआ ना, 96 तो 99.
Okay,
हाँ.
I see there was 6.
या. ये आप एग्जाम में कर जाते थे. तो व्हाट हैपेंड वाज कि हमारे जो प्रिंसिपल थे ना,
हाँ जी.
सो उन्होंने क्या किया था कि ही सेड कि अगर मैंने असेंबली से पहले किसी को हिंदी में बोलते हुए देखा, मैं बंदे का नाम नोट कर लूंगा. And I'll call them during the school assembly on the stage and ask them to say 10 lines or like three, like speak for 2 minutes on a word that I can. जो सबकी फटी रहती थी ना कि हमारी बारी आई. क्योंकि एक बार इसमें एक बंदे को बोला जो मेरे से एक एक मेरे से एक आगे खड़ा था मेरी लाइन में 12th में या 11th में. He called him and he said, "You have to speak about the word auto. I saw you were speaking in Hindi. I'm giving you a word now. Speak for 2 minutes of the word auto." And he was like, "Auto, auto has three tires." So he was like, "Auto has three tires."
Oh
और
God.
बिकॉज मैं सोचता था कि मेरे को बुला लिया ना, मैं कभी इस चीज में, बिकॉज तब मेरे को बिल्कुल कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं होता था मेरे में किसी भी चीज में. सो बहुत बहुत ऐसे डर लगता
Oh,
था कि लाइक
this is
व्हाट
so
इफ.
traumatic.
या बहुत ट्रॉमेटिक था. एंड लाइक वो कुछ ही टाइम में मेरे को लगता है उनको भी ऊपर से ऑर्डर्स आ गए होंगे, बच्चे छोड़ देंगे स्कूल. ऐसे मत करो. बिकॉज व्हाट स्टार्टेड हैपनिंग वाज नॉट कि लोग असेंबली से पहले इंग्लिश में बात करते थे. पीपल स्टॉप टॉकिंग टू ईच अदर.
I'll tell you what
बात ही
happened in my school.
नहीं. हाँ.
So I was one of the kids who was, I don't want to say teacher's pet, but now when I look at myself in hindsight, I think I was a teacher's pet. Like I wouldn't complain about everyone, but I would like अगर teacher ने बोल दे कि ये करना है, ठीक है. I never reminded her of homework though.
आप
Although I
क्या
sat
करते थे?
in, I used to complete my homework. But
नहीं तो
अगर
आप किस टाइप की पेट कैसे थे टीचर, क्या बस ये करते थे?
like teachers loved me. I never used to complain about anyone या फिर होमवर्क के बारे में रिमाइंड किया, टेस्ट के बारे में रिमाइंड किया. बट मैं फर्स्ट रो में कॉर्नर में बैठी होती थी. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि हाँ टीचर ने बोला एवरीथिंग सब कुछ फॉलो करना. सो देयर वाज दिस ब्लैक डायरी, और आई डोंट नो अगर कोई मेरे स्कूल से देख रहा है, बट देयर यूज्ड टू बी दिस डायरी जिसका कुछ नाम था, ब्लैक डायरी या रेड डायरी. एंड वो हमारे फादर्स होते थे, तो उन्होंने इश्यू करवाई थी कि दिस इज अ ब्लैक डायरी, इफ यू टॉक इन हिंदी तुम्हारा नाम यहाँ पर आएगा, जिसका नाम है नेक्स्ट, द डायरी गोज टू दैट किड एंड द किड हैज टू फाइंड जो भी द नेक्स्ट पर्सन हु स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी. एंड देन इवेंचुअली एट द एंड ऑफ ईच मंथ आपको डिटेंशन मिलती थी. एंड मेरा कभी नाम नहीं आया until I said something to a kid, and you know how kids are. मेरा नाम यहाँ पर है and तू बहुत बन रहा है, मैं तेरा नाम लिख दूंगा. फादर को कैसे पता चलेगा कि नाम, like were you actually talking in Hindi? And धीरे धीरे it started happening that the entire class would be sitting inside because somebody had a personal agenda with the next person. So that's what started happening हमारे यहाँ पे.
Wow. But I need to know more about this being a teacher's pet thing because it sounds very interesting. मतलब
I
आप,
wasn't a chamcha of sorts, but मुझे ये
you
होता था
were
कि
also a
teacher.
chamcha of sorts. मैं पूछ रहा
No,
हूँ
I
मतलब.
was not. I was just thinking क्या ये दिव्यम ने अपनी लाइव स्ट्रीम में तो नहीं बताया था.
अच्छा, नहीं क्या ये
नहीं,
मेरी उससे
I
बात
wasn't
कर रहे हैं?
I wasn't a chamcha of sorts, but I made sure the teachers liked me. Like I would finish my homework in time, schoolwork in time, extra advance पढ़ के जाना है, सब कुछ करके जाना है. Like I would hate myself, right?
Did
Like
the other students like you for that?
nobody likes a child like that, but I never like disclosed it. मुझे ये होता था कि अगर टीचर ने पूछ लिया मुझे नहीं आया, I'll be so emotional. Like there was this teacher who once screamed at me for something and I was just crying in the class. I was very, and then she apologized to me for the next few months.
She apologized to you?
Yeah, because I started crying. She must have just said कि ऐसे कैसे कर दिया, and then I was like,
How difficult is it for you to cry? अरे कितना natural
not at
है.
all. It's very natural.
Oh,
I would like to believe it's very difficult, which sometimes it is. But then otherwise it's just you just need to pinch me and I'll be like,
मतलब बट लाइक होता है ना, एक्टर्स के लिए मैं पूछता हूँ कि कितनी फास्ट हो सकते हैं. Do you sometimes cry to manipulate people? Obviously
I
you
am
do.
guilty of that, yes.
Nice. I like the honesty.
That's how you live with a sibling, right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
But this is nice, dude. And the title is also so nice of the article. ये
Yeah.
कहाँ पे article?
It's on electric literature. I'll just comment it in the stream.
जी.
So, Shresht is in the comments, and he just said the first guy to actually get that diary.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. I didn't know, but yeah, I used to cry थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा.
अरे आ गया लिंक आपका, electric literature. Yeah.
This was a very interesting article though, because I think
cover कैसे किया आपने?
I just was on the site and then I was checking. Electric literature is something I go to almost, at least I try going to it once a week. And I think पिछले कुछ हफ्ते में it had been posted and I was like, hey, why do I still write in my, I do the same. And she says कि मैंने हिंदी try करी है, but अब वो प्यार ही नहीं है तो मैं क्या करूँ? I'm like, yeah.
But this is nice और अब lag भी नहीं है. And yeah, this is so cool.
Do you want to leave?
अरे
You're just like a black bee नहीं, and I was like, are you going to stay? Do you want to leave?
वानी ने ऐसे 3 सेकंड देखा and like, you want to leave? No? You want to leave? No?
I don't want you to leave. Let me establish that.
No.
But yeah.
But Yeah, पता नहीं मेरे को
Nikhil,
कुछ
yeah,
हाँ
Nikhil
नहीं
has
नहीं
commented 1000 times writing on the notebook. I will not talk in class. याद आ गया. Have you ever had that phase जब आपको बोला जाता था इतनी बार लिखो?
मेरे को पापा ने लिखवाया था क्योंकि मैं जो लेटर ह होता था वो
हाँ,
ढंग की नहीं बनाता था। आई थिंक ये मैंने बताई है सेम स्टोरी। आई यूज्ड टू मेक ह ऐसे जिसमें जो उसकी जो बीच से ऐसे ऐसे निकलता था ना, एक नीचे आता था,
yeah,
वो मैं ऐसे बना
yeah.
देता था जल्दी। सो आई यूज्ड टू मेक द हर्स आई यूज्ड टू मेक माय हर्स लाइक आई यूज्ड टू मेक माय ईज, द कैपिटल लेटर ई। तो ई की जो
Oh,
सेंटर
I get it. I get it.
या
That's one of my pet peeves.
या सो मेरे को पापा ने एक दिन बैठ के कहा कि यू विल हैव टू। सो अब मेरे से दुनिया में मेरे साथ एस्थेटिक ह कोई नहीं बनाता।
Hmm.
Yeah,
Let's try
you're like,
that.
and you're like, हाँ, और मैंने कहा हाँ,
I'll tell you how I learned. So my writing, I moved from one school to different school, and I got really intimidated because the second school वहाँ पे सिर्फ अंग्रेजी में बात होती थी. I was in class 4, and I just had trouble making friends.
yeah,
So ठीक है, and everyone had a beautiful handwriting there. Now that I look back, मुझे उस time लगता था सबकी अच्छी handwriting है. उसके बाद देखा why did I think it was pretty? But in class 5, a teacher actually slapped me for terrible handwriting. I
fine,
went home and I cried like a baby. And then this was Hindi ki handwriting and मेरी English की handwriting सुधर गई थी. I worked really hard on my English handwriting. I would write वो जो हमारी diaries आती थी. They used to be like these 4-lined notebooks. Top पे लिखा होता था कि एक English sentence लिखा होता था आपको copy करना होता था. I did that for until class 6, 7. And Hindi mein, I would sit down with Amar Ujala and I would copy everything word to word niche. Because I was like, ऐसे कैसे a teacher doesn't like me? She has to like me. ये क्या behavior है पूजा? So
पूजा,
yeah, but yeah, अब मुझे हिंदी से थोड़ा सा वो आ जाता है trauma. Like when I look at Hindi newspapers,
yeah,
because मुझे वो याद आता है when I would sit down with Hindi newspaper and copy word to word and try and like recreate the word because हिंदी में वो नहीं मिलती थी वो 4-line notebooks with the
yeah. बट एक बात बताओ, हाउ आज आप बहुत zen लग रहे हो, लाइक क्या आज, लाइक व्हाट्स द सीक्रेट टू द हैप्पीनेस?
really
काफी,
it was
या
then
या
nice. I don't know. I think like जितनी भी चीजें थी mostly मैंने आज cover करी हैं and then I'm just
अभी तो
telling
बताया था 9:45 ये नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हमारी
I,
हाँ
web
मैंने
of script, web of script.
मैंने कहा सीरियसली।
No, but there were a couple of things which I had planned. तो वो मैं timely move कर रही हूँ उनके हिसाब से.
नाइस नाइस नाइस, बट लाइक और इसके अलावा क्या रीजन है, मतलब इट्स लाइक वेरी नाइस, लाइक आई लाइक टू सी
It
हैप्पी
is.
पीपल। हाँ, और
I
बहुत
don't
आप
know.
ऐसे रिलैक्स लग रहे हो।
I honestly don't have an idea. Maybe because I had finally had my season's first ice cream.
Ah, how was that? Like I saw the photo,
Oh,
but
that sucked. I
क्या
was like, oh, I actually thought, oh, we'll get the Insta post for
हाँ
Up.
हाँ हाँ,
Yes, talks, and I was so excited. Oh, yes. And then I actually was like, oh,
because it was disgusting.
it doesn't taste all right. It's terrible. And
क्या
I am
मतलब,
someone who can eat all sorts of ice creams. I love ice creams.
what was wrong with it? Like क्या
It's
मतलब,
so
because you
huge.
messaged me, Whenever I have to show you something, and you send me the photo,
And I was
but
like,
the
but don't try it.
but the photo is nice. Yeah.
But so the purple part is very. So I don't know. Should I Google that ice cream and show the guys the picture?
ट्विस्टीज जैसी होती है, मतलब
Yeah,
वैसे।
it's like twirled. एक के
हाँ
ऊपर एक spiral binding होगी. एक purple color in strawberry flavor,
हाँ,
and the strawberry wala part is okay because it's actually strawberry flavored. The purple part is it's
ब्लूबेरी टाइप, trying to be blueberry but failing at it.
trying to be blueberry and then also trying to be something salty but ending up somewhere in between. So you just think like you're eating I shouldn't say that, but it's just so disgusting like you're drinking, I don't know,
People
it's
will think
puke.
of
Yeah.
puke.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's so bad. It was really bad.
People are like, show us the pic.
But sad. I'll tell you the name because वो डस्टबिन में उसका रैपर पड़ा है and वो बाहर डस्टबिन में भी पड़ी है.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you ghost the ice cream?
Yeah, I was just like,
Vaibhav, I'm
I,
still allowed to ghost non-living things.
when you said that, I actually felt guilty for a second.
Of
I don't know why.
why?
When you said that, did you ghost the ice cream? I was like, Shreya, I just threw it away.
Yeah.
It
Was it
was.
quality walls?
I'll just.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
Please,
Yeah, I'll
please.
just go and check.
क्या हालचाल guys? कैसे हो लाइफ में? खुश हो ना? खुशी बहुत जरूरी होती है. हम्म. तब तक मेडिटेट करते हैं. हम्म.
So it was Thunder Stick of Vadi Lal. This one.
Okay. ऐसे देखा horizontally. Horizontally. मतलब उल्टा.
Wait, is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. पर ये इतना nicely
It's
कैसा
tutti
डस्टबिन में.
fruity flavored ice cream and blackcurrant and so on. The color was nice. I thought कि ऐसे photo में दिखा दे, but it won't be good. But yeah,
But no quality in quality was.
yeah. I
When you
really
when you
like.
made when you made oh what a comment, dude. Nice one. When you made the last Friday's Vaibhav's analogy of ice cream. Oh.
But
See,
I
I've
didn't
never
tell him that it's really
I'm
nice. I
I'm
told
ne-
you the flavor sucks. It
see
looks
this
good,
we
but the
both
flavor
learned
sucks.
after that. We both learned. But yeah, see
Yeah.
this was a good
I took
one.
one for all the people who are watching this right now.
Huh.
80 people.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't need to try this. I tried it for all of you and it
वानी
sucks.
वाटलाल का भी स्पॉन्सर नहीं मिलेगा हमें वानी
I
को
love I love mango dolly and kacha paka mango if Adilal is
if
watching.
वाटलाल is still interested
I love kacha paka mango and mango dolly.
हाँ, हाँ.
Yeah.
ये होता है कंटेंट के लिए डेडिकेशन डस्टबिन में हाथ मार लिया.
It wasn't that bad. It's just there. Like
या
my dustbin is, yeah, this is nice.
बट काफी सही है. तो आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए वानी
Yes.
and
And
thank you so much for like having me. I'll see you on Clubhouse at night and
yes.
um yeah.
Someone had asked you if you're doing okay.
And
Are you ready to listen
yeah,
to that?
but are you? Well, okay.
But do you
When
genuinely
people
mean
ask
it?
you, how are you? Do you really want to
Hmm.
know?
Huh.
You are my soulmate. You're like, huh?
Huh. You
You
are
are.
my.
I'm so sorry.
God, I think I want to. I don't know. I have this sudden urge to watch Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, and I only watched that part until I only watched the first half of it.
तू तो
मैंने
सेकंड हाफ में आती है ना.
Okay, no, I was like watching एक beach का section then, which is not the ekdam and emotional and ekdam starting, but like I think I like, yeah, I like the poo wala part. You're right.
Oh yeah. But this is nice, and I'll see you. Thanks for having me,
Yeah.
and I'll see you, Ani. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yes. So Vaibhav has left, and we can continue. I'm seeing so many dustbin comments. It's actually yeah. I mean उसमें कुछ था नहीं उसमें बस paper wrappers dust ice cream के थे all the ice creams I had today. So yeah, there wasn't a problem. I wouldn't do the same in the kitchen wala dustbin because it's really not that good. But yeah, because यहाँ पे mostly it's paper in the dust. Why am I explaining myself? But yeah, let's hope Vaibhav is doing okay. And I'm so glad that the video is doing all right now. There's no lag from my end or anybody's end. Mm, I didn't get your comment, Apoor. Yes, explain. We'll consider that. But thank you so much for your suggestion. Uh, so post that, I was actually thinking to discuss that article. I don't know if you guys would want to know more about it. But yeah, Jibin has rightly commented a Discord server ka link, and we just had a beautiful discussion on Kafka on the shore there. I was part of it for a few minutes before I had to leave, but it was really nice. And yes, guys, please stream like Kardo. It will be so nice. And yep, dustbin exposed. Uh, yeah, Vani's vlog of dustbin coming in. I could do a vlog on how to buy dustbin, but this is nice. And yeah, hey Vani, have you read any books by Amish? No, Sanskriti. I haven't read any books by Amish. I tried to read the Shiva trilogy, but I just couldn't finish it. I'm so sorry. But hi Ayushi, how are you? Oh, I am so glad you find calmness in my on my face. Hi Sajal, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thoughts on God of Small Things. Hey Aditi, if you can't finish the book, it's okay. Please don't force yourself to finish the book. Uh, Sometimes what happens is that I like God of Small Things. If you're asking me that, I haven't. Um, but how much of a little life have you read? I've just started reading it. I started reading it, I think, at the beginning of this week. So I'm still like in the beginning, and I'm trying to juggle it with. So there are, I think, three books, at least three books that I want to finish this month, and I'm running behind बहुत ज़्यादा schedule के. And one of them is If on a Winter's Night, the other is A Little Life, and both of them demand so much energy. So I'm still trying to find a balance. How to finish books? Uh, I don't know in what regard are you asking me the question, but if you struggle with finishing books, pick up books that you actually want to read, or um, a topic that you actually are interested in, and pick up books that are small, that have less pages, which is a very shallow thing to do. But जब आप एक किताब खत्म करते हो, even if it's for 50 pages, there's this sudden calmness all over you, and you want to finish another book. And I think that really helps with the push as well. So try picking up shorter books if you have trouble finishing books, and then थोड़ा धीरे धीरे scale it up. Have you read anything by Ethan Hawke? No, dude. I know उनकी एक book आ रही है, and I really want to um, read that. A Little Light or If on a Winter's Night first. Of course, I think I'll finish If on a Winter's Night first. Majorly because A, हमारी Thursday stream and I'm going to dedicate myself to the book. And B, because it's comparatively shorter. So I think I'll pretty much complete this one before A Little Life. Guys, please give me feedback as well. What are the shows that you're liking on Chalchitra Talks? What do you think we should do better? And I should also tell you about our godfathers. Nikhil is a godfather in the comments, and we take regular feedbacks from them. Um, if you become a godfather, you have a lot of perks. We give you the options to try all the things that we are about to launch or are planning to do. We give them the first access. हम उनसे direct feedback लेते हैं. We have regular calls with them. They are a part of exclusive WhatsApp groups as well. So ऐसे काफी ज़्यादा perks हैं. So do join us and do support us as godfathers as patrons if you like our work. Of course, patron may all be categories and like Goodfellas and Gladiators, but godfathers की अपनी एक थोड़ी सी they have this they have a certain perks that are more than the other categories. Yes, Lutera movie is based on O. Henry's The Last Leaf. But yeah. Ajay Singh, yes, I'm aware of that. My geography wasn't that bad, but yeah. Hey, I'm so glad you're reading Catcher in the Rye. Um, that's really nice. Hi Aditya. Hi. I can't read your name. I'm sorry. I know it's Bengali, but I hope it's Bengali, but I do not know what your name is. But there are so many videos that I've made in the past. Shameless plug-in of the previous videos where I've recommended the books people can start by reading. Please let me know what your tastes are, and maybe I can recommend you something accordingly. Hi, Sodu. I do try to read Hindi books, but I find it. Um, I've read more books in English. When is the discussion stream for If on a Winter's Night? Hi, Nidhi. It's going to be on the last Thursday of the month, which is 25th. Mhm. Hi, Ajay. I'm not sure if we can do a book a month in Hindi because majority of the people who've joined us, all of them are comfortable in English, or remotely comfortable in English. Hindi is something that not everyone speaks. So I am not certain if that will be possible, but yeah, we can look forward to other books as well. And yeah, Pathik can definitely try something like that. And वो भी stream कर रहे हैं आजकल. He's streaming on Wednesdays, and please support his stream. He has been doing deep dives into lyrics, poetry, etc. So if you like or want to learn more about Hindi literature, please join his streams. वो काफी मजेदार streams होते हैं, and काफी मजा आता है. So if you are someone who's looking for Hindi content, please follow our Wednesday streams. They are pretty cool. Um, okay. Hi, Nikhil. Come join, guys. It's absolutely worth it. Hey, that's so nice. I really like it when we have our patrons endorse us on YouTube comments. The thin bajada is like we're doing something nice, but the conversations there are awesome. If you become Godfather, do we also get to know in advance what's the surprise from CCT is during the weekend? Yes, definitely. I think Godfathers को हमने बहुत time पहले release कर लिया था, reveal कर लिया था. So that's yeah. But this is nice. So if you have any questions for me, do let me know. And apart from that, there was this article that hey Nikhil, thank you so much. This is really nice. Lives are always better for all CD streamers. It feels like a call with you guys. That's why we try to make it regular as well. And I really love my Thursday streams as well, and the Friday streams with Vaibhav. And yeah, I am glad you feel the intimacy because we really try to build that. I started a book called The Lullaby on a friend's suggestion. Have you read it? No, I haven't. How is it? How are you finding it, Abhinav? So yeah, I was talking to you about this article that I read quite recently. Vaibhav and I, there's this one thing that we're trying, and it's really amazing. We try to discover something new every day without fail. And it could be an article, a show, it could even be a word, as simple as that. And I just came across this article yesterday, and tab se I have this urge to share it with as many people as I can because I just really liked it. I connected with it so well. And it's a book about I'm sorry, I have a bad throat as well. It's a it's a it's an article about it's an article about the language of English. And the title of the article itself is Why Do I Talk in My Colonizer's Language? And she talks about Hindi being her first language, but English found a way into her life. And now this is something that she's very passionate about. But then she also feels guilty constantly because she's not speaking in Hindi and she's more comfortable in English, which is not even her mother tongue. And when is if you're interested in this article, many comments may I think if you scroll upper, you will find the link to the article there. And there's another thing that I should share with you because we are taking feedback. Vaibhav ka networking course is out, and I think as many as at least 45 people have signed up for it. And we do regular calls with them. So networking course is all about, I get to learn a lot of things from Weber on an everyday basis. And not only because he knows how to handle situations a lot better than how I handle them, but also because there are certain things that I really learn from him because we work every day and we tend to take away the good things from the other person. And when I looked at his networking course, there was something very intimate about it. It was, of course, certain things that I've watched him do. Of course, there were certain things like that. But there were also so many stories that he tells you about his life and how he's navigated around in his career that are not only personal, but they're also very helpful. So if you're someone who is interested in building stronger networks, or if you're someone who's interested in a career growth but does not know how to navigate properly or how to approach people, how to sustain your relationships, when to text people, when to call them, when to email them, or even like I get confused personally about the timings as well. So if it's 9 p.m., I try not to text the other person, or before 9 a.m. or after 9 a.m., 9 p.m. And he talks about timing there. He talks about physical dynamics that you must maintain with people. When do you actually have to tell the person that you're important, and when do you have to restrain from it? So there are so many things that he actually talks about in the networking course, which I think is very helpful, especially if you're someone who's just starting out in your career. So do check out the course. Right now, we have a special discount for our Godfathers, 40% off for them. And for, I think we're running, if you'd like, you can get in touch with me on Vaani@chalchitratalks.com, or you can also get in touch with Vaibhav and Saurabh, and we'll be so happy to tell you more about this course. And there is a 25% discount that's running on the course again. And eventually, at the end of this, I think, which is the most exciting part, is that you get to have sessions one on one with us. And we actually, because you're signing up for a course that is so close to our hearts, networking course, especially to web we want to ensure that you take away something that will change your life. And for that, we have regular Zoom calls and feedback calls with people who've participated in the group. So we address doubts, we share personal pointers, we pick up pain pointers that you have, because there might be a good chance that we might not have covered the problem that you were looking at. And we try to talk to you about all these things, figure out your weaknesses and your pain points and talk about them and reach solutions. So do sign up for that course. It's really interesting. And I mean, there are certain things that I've learned from WebOff, and I think you will get to learn it again once you sign up for the course, because it's very interesting. Hey, Abhishek just became a godfather. That's so nice. Abhishek, please write to me or Vaibhav or Saurabh, and we will add you to our exclusive WhatsApp groups because you're a godfather. And I thank you so much for joining. It means a lot. But yeah, irrespective if you want to develop a networking skill or not, you should uh, do web of course, especially for introverts. I'm actually, we had a feedback call a few days ago, and there was someone who was an introvert, and he said, I'm an introvert and I do not know how to talk to people. And this is a problem that even I've faced, because I think I'm an introvert and I do not like to speak a lot. But then when you have to network with people, there is this sudden need to just present your idea and to come across as someone who's actually interested in the other person or what they're talking. And sometimes I think we struggle with not being able to appreciate the other person. And there are so many things that we confuse with, oh, you know what? Why I can't do this because I'm an introvert, or I can't do this because I'm an extrovert. But I've learned over the years that it's all about how much do you want to own who you are. Like, a lot of us are introverts, but we are still okay. Like, I think I've become much more confident ever since I joined Chalchitra Talks. But there are certain people who might be extroverts and they're shy. So being shy is something that's very different from introversion. This is something that I think I realized after working with Vaibhav as well. And yeah, so if you're someone who actually wants to learn about networking or improve your social skills, do sign up for this, because you'll genuinely get to know how to approach people. I think that's something that's becoming the need of the day for everyone. And because Vaibhav is so passionate about it, I think it flows naturally in the course as well. So do check it out. There'll be a link in the description box. But hey, Abhinav, I haven't read much books, to be honest. So it's a bit difficult for me. My reader to read it was Chuck, who wrote Fight Club. Nice. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Nikhil. I feel though that happiness and success can be achieved without changing to extroversion. So I think it's so. I know a lot of people have been telling me that this is a repetitive question that I ask a lot of guests. What are their pockets of stillness? But when I first read about this concept, it was so beautiful, because as an introvert who doesn't like to do a lot of things publicly or with people, and I try to find my own calmness and recharge myself. There are certain things that I just like to do by myself, and that is my pocket of stillness. So, streaming alone sometimes becomes such a therapeutic thing for me, like right now. And there are certain things that I like to do eventually at the end of the day to recharge myself. And therefore, when people tell me you have to be an extrovert to go out there and conquer the world, I completely disagree with people in that regard. See, of course, please don't confuse introversion with being shy. There are so many people I know who are extroverts but are shy and they confuse this with being an introvert. That's completely different. And you do not have to change. You should not have to change yourself. Uh, I mean, of course, there are certain things you'll have to change, most of the things. But there are small things that you shouldn't have to change to bring happiness into your life. So, if I do not like maybe partying or going out often, I shouldn't have to change it in order to get happiness in life. So, yeah, I think that is what we were trying to say. But yeah, I just think I said, Nikhil, bhai, you always talk sense, man. True. That's so true. Where should I send email for WhatsApp group? Abhishek, you can write an email to saurabh@chalchitratalks.com or webhav@chalchitratalks.com, or you can send it to me, Vaani@chalchitratalks.com, and we'll get in touch with you and we'll add you to the specific groups. Hey Sumit, thank you for the super chat. Hi Nikhil. Okay, yeah, Jibin. Jibin is again saying Nikhil is right, but yeah. So there's that, and yeah. So if you have any questions for me, do let me know, do ask me, and I will be so happy to answer them today. Um, so I've been. How many of you have been reading If on a Winter's Night of Travel? I honestly thought I was going to. Hey, we have another. Okay, we have a good fella today. That's so nice, guys. That's so nice. Saurabh Kumar. I like it when on my streams we have a lot of patrons bante hain. It just is sort of a validation. And I just cannot hide how happy I am right now. Uh, Meme Minister has commented, ordered In Cold Blood novel by Truman and lost all my motivation after seeing how small the text is. Any solution? Um, I don't know, dude. This is this is a problem that even I face sometimes. Um, like sometimes the paper of the book is not good enough, and you just I want to read it, but I don't think I have a solution for that. You just have to read it. It shouldn't be the primary reason why you read books, and I feel so shitty when I'm telling you the same because I tend to do that at times. I've given up on so many books because I didn't like the text, or but yeah. Mhm. Nice. So there are so many people who are asking me about Ayn Rand. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. But yeah, and Rand. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I am actually thinking to pick up her book for one of our a book a month session. I haven't read a lot of her books, but I have a love-hate relationship with her, even though I haven't read all her books or any of her books. There are certain things that I think certain authors have a way of influencing you at the wrong stage. And there are certain books that you should read only after you achieve a certain sense of security in your life. And I think she is one of them. If you read it at the wrong time, a lot of things could go fabulously wrong for you. But again, I don't want to judge it, or I don't know. Hi Ayush, how are you? But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, do ask. Do let me know if you. I don't know if you guys had the chance to see my recent video. I recommended 5 YouTube channels that I absolutely love. There were a couple that I missed, but there were a couple that I missed, of course, because I wasn't. I thought you might know of them in already, so there was no point repeating them. But yeah, और बताइए guys. So what's happening? I'll try to end the stream soon now because I think बहुत repetitive हो रहा है. If there are any questions, I'm so sorry. I have a terrible throat आजकल. If you have any questions, do let me know. अगर आपके पास कोई feedback है, because I would love to answer questions right now and take your feedback. Hi, Nikhil. Thank you so much. Her ideas are very dangerous for impressionable minds. Yeah. And I think that's true for a lot of authors as well. Calvino is a rare postmodernist. You can simply open any chapter and you're drawn into beautiful beginnings without end. True. True part. You guys can pick a book translated into English so that people who don't read Hindi or regional language can pick the English translated version. This way you can include regional language books. At this point, I don't know if I should accept it out in the open, but 68 people are watching, and a book a month is something that I personally really like and I really look forward to. So a book a month is so special to me because I try to pick up books that I want to read and I think are good from what I've heard from people. And I really want to read it, and I think I wouldn't have the time to read it otherwise. But if I do so with all of you, I will most definitely finish it. So at this point, I'm trying to discover new authors, pick up new books, or pick up books that I wouldn't read otherwise. And therefore, I'm being very selfish about the books that I want to pick up. So I know, okay, even though I've asked a lot of people, like, hey, please suggest me what book should I pick up, chances are that I might eventually pick up the book that I personally want to read. Because it's become so therapeutic for me because I really, really look forward to reading the books, finishing them, and discussing the same with you. And yeah, that's something that I wanted to tell you about a book a month. That's it. Um, do you read Dickinson? Yeah, I really, Dickinson is one of my favorite poets. But yeah. Yashraj said, I rather finish books faster on Audible. I've heard this from people, and I really, really want to start picking up things on Audible as well because I tried reading a few books on Kindle, and I really realized how wrong I was about the whole medium. And I've listened to a couple of books on Audible as well, and they were amazing. But Yashraj is right when he says you have to be very focused when you're listening to audiobooks. And when I am doing that, I sometimes tend to feel if I am to focus so much on this, why not I rather read it as a tangible copy? But then that's also right if you're exercising or something. Audible always helps. Should I care to read classics like Jane Austen? Would I miss anything? So there are two things, and both of them are very opposite to each other. But this is something I believe in. Um, One, it doesn't really matter if you pick up a book or if you don't. Chances are you are already missing out on so many things that this won't really matter. Because, of course, you can't read everything. But then again, there are certain things that are termed classic. And the idea is not to miss them. Not That's not the idea, but that's what we believe. There are certain books that are not to be picked up. So when you talk about someone like Jane Austen, would I recommend her? I'm sorry. Would I recommend her? Most definitely, yes, because she changed the way I looked at literature and novels. I remember I started out with authors who were male, and then I came across Virginia Woolf and Jane Austen, and I realized how differently they treated their characters. And also, why I would recommend Jane Austen is because she has certain strong female characters. She has extremely strong female characters, and you actually find yourself in them. There is no damsel who is waiting to be saved. And there is also another thing, these characters, even though they're protagonists, they have their own flaws. For example, Pride and Prejudice, which is her most famous work. There, the main character, Elizabeth Beth Bennet, her vice is that she judges people a lot and she jumps to conclusions. And to have a protagonist like that, it actually sends you back and makes you question your judgment. And I personally grew a lot from my experience of reading Jane Austen. Would I recommend it? If you like reading classics, yes, most definitely. Please pick it up if you haven't already. If you want to read it just for the sake of it, maybe not. You're not missing out on a lot of things. But yeah, there are certain authors who are important in time and in history because of how they contributed to the whole phase of they were a part of. So when we say Jane Austen is an important part of feminist literature, we say it because she taught us how to deal with our female characters. So when you ask me if you would miss out anything if you do not read Jane Austen, probably not. But if you want to discover something, say dealing with female characters, or how you write a protagonist who is so beautiful and wonderful but has her flaws which are so common that we oversee them in the society, I would recommend you pick it up. You will actually enjoy it. Okay. Um, I tried reading Pride and Prejudice. Now I'm unable to finish. Oh, I don't know how do I address this one. I've listened to Harry Potter completely. Hey, nice. We're talking about audiobooks. So how many of you actually listen to audiobooks, and what is your opinion of the same? Uh, Nikhil, okay. Yeah, to be read list just keeps on increasing, and that's the case with me. I actually read a children's book today. I have forgotten the name now. And sometimes I feel terrible for picking up a children's book, but I don't know, I was very worried when the day started. I don't know, I think I started my day on a wrong note. And Bhishma, I just realized, you know what, बहुत तेज जा रहा है, I need to calm down. And I downloaded a children's book. Um, it's something about the crayons of a child. And I just, my thoughts just settled after reading it. I calmed down. So the book actually had letters that the crayons that a child owned had written to him. So Green wrote to him that, hey, I'm happy with my fair share of coloring the trees and the grass, but my only two friends, Yellow and Orange, are fighting over who's the better color to represent sun. Both of them think that they do the sun properly, and that's why they're not speaking to each other. There was White who had suggested, like, hey, dude, why do you have to paint me on things that are already white? There's no point of it. Please be creative. And there was this pink color who had written, hey, by the way, thank you, sister, for using me here and here. And you not use me because I am a girl's color. This is what the people say. So I just liked the children's book. It was really nice. I can't do another whole episode in it, but this was a good book. Can you suggest a book for me? I used to read a lot, but now don't read at all and don't find the motivation to pick up a book. You know what, Devanshi, you should join our a book a month thing. We actually push each other to finish the book. And yeah, I was really nervous before the stream because I was like, shit, I have not been doing my homework on Italo Calvino every day. And this is something that I will accept out in the open because I just don't know. After reading Kafka, I just wanted something that would be very emotional. I don't know why. So I picked up A Little Life because I've heard from a lot of people that it will break your heart. But yeah, I have heard of Sophie Kinsella, Banatoshini, but I haven't read her. I've heard she's a great author. She does young adult. Unfortunately, I think I do not enjoy young adult so much, and therefore I never bothered to pick it up in the first place, but I've heard it's great. Sapiens, I could not continue. By the way, Sapiens has its own graphic edition. I bought one recently, and it's very interesting there. Hi, Nishtha. So, what I found really easy was, I don't know, just reading becomes a part of you. I think for me, it has become a part of me. I try to read in the morning and before I go to bed. At least, like, I know how my entire day has been, and if I haven't picked up a book or read anything, I just make sure this is the last thing that I do before I go to sleep. So usually I fall asleep while reading something in bed, and hence my neck is always hurting. Yeah. Hi, Marana. Marana has commented something that's really nice. I used to listen to Harry Potter audiobooks every night before sleeping when I was in middle and high school. They especially calmed me down during both, still do. That's that's nice. Have you ever read some real story like a from? Yeah, I have been reading Mossad. Um, I started reading it. It's a collection of short stories, but I don't know why, but I picked up a lot of books while before I reached the third chapter, and then I just sidelined. I'm so sorry. I have to pick it up again. I have finished most of the stories, but a couple of them are left. Yeah. Hi, Arsenal. I think, of course, it gets impacted. Everything that you consume in a day, the amount of content that you're consuming in a day affects how much you will be dedicated to reading at the end of it. So I go out of my way to prioritize reading, also because that's what I talk to you about. But I think the only notifications that I get on my phone are that of my email and WhatsApp. I've turned off every other thing. And there are certain uh, time there is a certain time limit that I've allotted to each platform in my life. So, example, if I'm going to consume something that's video-based content, it cannot be for more than 30 minutes. It's either in the morning or it's in the afternoon. It can't be in the evening. If I know I'm going to read something before I sleep, there can't be a lot of. I can't just engage in things like watching a YouTube video in the evening. So I think if you also want to pick up reading, learn how to set the mood for it. Because in the evening, I think this helps me. I try to I try and avoid to do things that are very that fairly involve me to. I considered watching videos, taking a break, and in the evening I just avoid that because I know I'm going to read something, and I try to avoid it because I know it'll become a circle, endless loop of recommendations, and yeah, that helps me. I don't know if I was able to convey it properly. Um, don't I ever get tired of reading books? That's a good question. I actually do. And I don't know if it's something that I can actually accept in the open, but I sometimes do, and that's when I do the most basic thing I think anyone would do. I consume something else. So I consume a lot of. If I'm tired of reading, I would rather listen to something, maybe music or a podcast. And there are days when I just relax. So of course, if you tend to do just one thing for long, it can get tiring. But yeah, do I give it up for a long time? No, that has never happened with me. To me, I have a beautiful room. Does it help in reading? This is something. So Weber says this. He's very particular about the kind of lighting he wants in his life. I am very particular about the kind of setting I want to live in, because that just inspires me to get up every day, go out, work with people, engage in different things, create content, and eventually read as well. And that's a very important part for me. I really can't understand people when, like, if I am going to stream, if I'm sitting down to stream for a stream, I need my entire room to be top notch. Like, there should not be anything that needs to be cleared. It should be clean. It should be decluttered so that I can sit freely. And I think that actually helps me to read as well. Are you addicted to your phone? How am I supposed to stop scrolling through Instagram? This is something I've conquered quite recently. I just post and then I don't look around. I check what's happening on Chalchitra talks, and that's it. Um, and this is something you have to very consciously do. Of course, it'll start. The first step is realizing that there is a problem. And if you're saying something like this, of course, you know there is a problem. The second step is what you're doing about this. And this is something that everyone has told us. This actually should help you. So I know I would mindlessly scroll through Instagram because I would be bored, can't read anything right now. So I would just mindlessly scroll through it. And that's when I consciously, then I realize there's a problem, right? I'm just consciously like, I don't even know when I'm scrolling and I'm liking the pictures without looking at the content. And then I just stopped doing it. Like I saw a post, I liked it, I scrolled down and I realized, oh shit, I just did that. I would scroll back, dislike the post, read the post, and then decide whether I need to like it or not. And I think I'm doing much better. And I'm not even, I think I've improved a lot in that regard. So I'm not any more addicted to my phone. But yeah, I don't think uninstalling anything helps, honestly. Like, you can always reinstall it, right? So while it's there, are you able to overcome your desire to post, repost, or look at it? That for me is an achievement, and I think it only comes with conscious choices. But yeah, this was great, guys. If you have any questions, I'm going to stream for 5 more minutes and then I'm going to leave. So do let me know. I'll just tell you what's happening on the channel. There's a big launch. I'm so sorry for my throat. Um, there is a big launch that's happening this weekend, and we've been using the hashtag Abhongi Asli Talks, and we are hoping it'll be big because we've invested a lot of time, energy, and we've given it a lot of our love. So we are very excited for it on Chalchitra Talks. Um, but yeah, that's one. Webhub's networking course is out. I know so many of you actually wanted to know when it'll be out, but I think there were so many things that were happening that we weren't able to talk about it properly. But Webhub's networking course is out. And for those of you who are interested in learning how to network properly, how to sustain important relationships, how to build networks, how to give feedback to people, how to take feedback. Small things like, I don't know, appreciating people and taking care of the dynamics that are there. Um, please sign up for the course. You're definitely going to get a lot from it. And we also host Zoom sessions, one on one Zoom sessions with the participants, where we share our personal experiences, we share our tips and tricks with people. And we also address their weaknesses while we're at it, because that's the whole point of this course. We are trying to learn how to network with people, how to engage with them, and how to take care of the comfort of the other person as well. So the description, there'll be a link to the same for the networking course in the description, and you can check it out there. Uh, okay, if we're still talking about the Instagram thing, I think I don't know. I don't really stand by the thing that you should uninstall something. Uninstall it maybe for a week, and of course, do not reinstall it. And then you'll just realize how much time you were wasting on the app. And that's one way that will probably help you regularize the time you spend on Instagram. But yeah, this was great, guys. Notifications are the real deal, switch them off. Right. I've done that and I've seen a lot of change. But this was great. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Tomorrow is Friday. And Vaibhav and I will be doing a stream on the channel and we'll be talking a lot. I think we're going to discuss a couple of films as well. I'm not sure. We haven't we haven't really sat down and decided upon it. But I'm pretty hopeful that you guys will like the stream tomorrow as well. But do join us. We'll be discussing some really cool things. And do like and share the stream. We've realized quite recently that the more you like the stream, the more it benefits us in the long run. So I very shamelessly request you guys to please like the stream. And yeah, thank you so much for this. And